The day I came home to an empty house, the first thing I noticed wasn't the missing furniture or the half-empty closets. It was the silence. The same heavy, suffocating silence that always followed whenever I asked my wife, Clara, about him. "He's just a friend," she'd say with a little laugh that used to charm me but had slowly become a warning sign. "You're being ridiculous," she'd add. And I, the man who loved her and trusted her for 10 years, would believe her. Or at least, I wanted to. 1 year later, that friend became her husband. This isn't a story about a marriage ending in one huge explosion. It's about how a marriage can be quietly dismantled piece by piece, disguised as something harmless. Until all that's left is silence. And a ghost inside the home that was supposed to be yours. For 10 years, Clara and I were that couple. The couple everyone admired. The couple people pointed to. We met in college. Two idealistic kids convinced we'd found our soulmate. Our life wasn't perfect. But it was real. And it was ours. We built a home together. Not just with walls and furniture. But with dreams. Inside jokes. Shared memories. And the kind of comfort that only comes with time. We had our routines. Lazy Sunday mornings. Friday night pizza debates. The way she'd always steal my hoodies whenever it got cold. It was a good life. Or at least I thought it was. I thought we were creating something beautiful. I just didn't realize someone else was already painting over it. His name was Leo. He entered our lives quietly. A coworker. Someone from a new project. At first, he was just a name mentioned during dinner. "Leo said the funniest thing today. Leo and I are drowning with this client." Normal work conversations. Nothing unusual. I was happy she had a friend who understood her world. I work in software engineering. Her marketing career was completely different. I thought it was healthy. The first time I met him was at a company dinner. He was charming. Easy smile. Confident. Friendly. He even talked to me about programming languages. I remember thinking. Okay. This guy seems fine. I understand why Clara enjoys working with him. They clearly had chemistry. Finishing each other's stories. Laughing at jokes I didn't understand. But I never worried. I had 10 years with her. He had a few months. It didn't even seem comparable. But friendships are like gardens. Some are open. Others become private spaces with locked gates. And little by little, I was being locked out. The change happened slowly. So slowly that I almost missed it. Until I couldn't. It started with her phone. We used to leave our phones anywhere. Kitchen counters. Nightstands. Coffee tables. Suddenly, her phone never left her hand. Always face down. Always protected. Late at night I'd see its glow across her face. And whenever I asked who she was texting, the answer always came too quickly. "Oh, just Leo. Work stuff." That was the first real warning sign. Not just the hidden screen. But the way she'd end calls whenever I walked into the room. Healthy friendships don't need secrecy. They don't hide. But every time I brought it up, she'd become defensive. "Why are you suddenly so insecure? Don't you trust me? He's just a friend." And somehow, the problem always became me. My instincts became insecurity. My concerns became paranoia. And because I loved her, I backed down. I apologized. I convinced myself I was overreacting. Then came the emotional distance. Our conversations disappeared. The deep talks that once lasted hours became logistics. "Did you get the dry cleaning? What should we make for dinner?" She stopped sharing her life with me. But I could hear her sharing it with him. Sometimes I'd pass by the office and hear her laughing on the phone. A laugh I hadn't heard directed at me in months. She gave him her dreams. Her frustrations. Her victories. Emotionally, she had already moved out long before she packed her bags. Then the comparison started. Little comments. Tiny cuts. Leo really understands the pressure I'm under. Or. I told Leo about our argument, and he thinks you're being unfair. That betrayal hurt more than I could explain. He became the person who understood her. And I became the person who didn't. One Saturday, I planned what I thought would save us. A hike. A picnic. All the things we used to love. I wanted my wife back. Halfway through the trail, her phone buzzed. Leo. Then again. And again. Soon she was walking behind me, smiling at her screen. I stopped. Can you put that away for a while? I asked softly. I just wanted to spend time with my wife. She looked irritated. It's just a funny video. Why are you making such a big deal out of this? And finally, I exploded. You're here, but you're not here. You're always with him. You talk to him more than me. The weeks after that fight felt like a Cold War. We were polite. Civil. But strangers. She started working late. Attending team dinners. Coming home exhausted. I knew where she really was. But I was tired. Tired of fighting. Tired of being painted as the villain. So I retreated. And that was my biggest mistake. The day everything ended was a Tuesday. A completely ordinary Tuesday. I went to work. Answered emails. Fixed code. Around noon I texted her. Hope you're having a good day. Love you. No response. Not unusual. But something felt wrong. That quiet anxiety. That feeling betrayal gives you. Driving home, the dread grew stronger. The porch light wasn't on. Her car wasn't there. My heart started racing. I unlocked the front door. Clara. Silence. Then I saw it. The house felt empty. The painting from our 5th anniversary was gone. Her bookshelves were bare. In the bedroom, her side of the closet was empty. Jewelry box. Gone. Perfume. Gone. This wasn't impulsive. This was planned. She had packed her life while I was at work. Then I saw the envelope. My name written in her handwriting. Inside was a note. 4 sentences. I'm sorry for how this happened. I haven't been happy for a long time. I need to find myself. Please don't contact me. No, I love you. No explanation. No mention of Leo. But I knew. The phrase, "he's just a friend," echoed through that empty house. I collapsed onto the kitchen floor. And something inside me died. The man who woke up that morning with a wife and a future didn't exist anymore. The first year afterward was pure pain. Loneliness. Grief. Self-doubt. The house felt haunted. I saw her everywhere. You start questioning everything. Was it all fake? Was I stupid? Unlovable? I went to therapy. Leaned on friends. And slowly tried rebuilding myself. Our divorce happened through lawyers. Cold emails ending 10 years of memories. About a year later, I was finally healing. The pain had become a scar. Then an old friend accidentally mentioned Clara's wedding photos on Facebook. Wedding photos. I froze. She assumed I already knew. I didn't. That night I looked her up. And there it was. Our new beginning. Photo after photo. Clara and Leo. Beach vacations. Fancy dinners. Wedding pictures. The same smile she wore when she married me. Only now she was wearing white for him. The lie wasn't just, he's just a friend. The lie was everything. She hadn't left to find herself. She left for him. And somehow, that truth set me free. Because finally I understood. The marriage didn't end because I failed. It ended because she lied. I heard rumors later. That Leo was controlling. That their fantasy wasn't surviving real life. And honestly, that felt like enough. Not revenge. Just consequences. If two people build something through betrayal, trust rarely survives. But my story was never about them. It was about me. The day I saw those wedding pictures, I finally let her go. Maybe the woman I loved no longer existed. Maybe she never had. And accepting that changed everything. Rebuilding my life wasn't about finding someone else. It was about finding myself again. Learning my worth. Learning to trust my instincts. That voice inside you that says something isn't right. Sometimes it's not paranoia. Sometimes it's truth. Today my life is quiet. But not the painful silence I once feared. It's peaceful. It's honest. It's mine. The betrayal burned my old life to the ground. But from those ashes, I built something stronger. And that's a kind of karma far more satisfying than revenge. Thank you for listening to my story. If you've been through something similar, or if you've had to rebuild your life after betrayal, I'd love to hear your story in the comments. And if stories like this resonate with you, make sure to subscribe and join our community. You're not alone. Healing is possible. And sometimes, the end of one chapter becomes the beginning of something even better. If this story meant something to you, please give the video a like. Take care of yourself. And I'll see you in the next one.